Welcome once again. Today we are going to discuss about the basics of Fluid Sim. So this is the user interface of the Fluid Sim. It has few components, or we can say library, that is hydraulic library, electrical library, digital techniques, easy ports, graph, then miscellaneous. So we are interested in the hydraulic library components. So there are few components over here. First is pump unit. So simply drag the pump unit in the workspace. If you double click on it, it shows its specification. You can change the operating pressure. By default there is a 60 bar operating pressure. You can change it up to 80, 90, whatever the requirement is there. Then the pump flow is there. The pump flow you can change. You can change the units also, bar, MPa, PSI, or you can change the unit liter per minute, gallon per minute. Likewise, you can set the leakage pressure over here, or leakage through the pump. So this is the power unit, or you can say pump unit. This whole setup is equivalent to this pump unit setup. So this is the detailed version and this is the simplified version. So in case of detailed version, there is a combination of motor, pump, pressure relief valve, pressure gauge and various tank ports. So if you double click on it, you will get the same specification as that of the pump unit present in this system. So both are identical. Whatever the requirement is there, accordingly you can select either this or this. Next thing is you can totally customize this setup as per your requirement, such as I just drag here tank, then variable displacement pump, then filter, then pressure relief valve. Pressure relief valve is here. Now this whole setup is my equivalent setup with this pump unit, for customized pump unit. So this is the filter in horizontal position. If I right click on it, I can rotate it up to 90 degree. So just place over here and simply drag that component. Simply drag that component and you can drag it, and this is the tank. Now this whole three setups are same. All these three setups are known as the pump unit or power unit. So as per your requirement, select either one out of these three. So this is the pump unit or power unit. Now there are so many supply elements present here: proportional amplifier, then accumulator, gas charge accumulator. Accumulator, we can change the volume as well as pre-charge pressure. If you right click on this and if you click on component description, you will get the actual setup of the component, how this actual setup is look like. So your actual accumulator is looking like this. It has specification as volume, pre-charge pressure. Likewise, for every component you can check the component description. For example, for the filter, I just click component description. So this is my filter. Now if I want to check cooler, right click on it, component description, this is the cooler. So this is the supply elements. Now next is actuators. In case of actuators, we have distance rule. We can change the scale, or we can denote the scale by using this distance rule. Then single acting, double acting, cushioning, double acting double rod, hydraulic motor. Now it's totally up to us how we can customize this. So let us customize the single acting cylinder, double acting on it. double click on it. Configuration. In configuration we have one piston rod, two piston rod, no piston rod. As we are dealing with single acting, now it is the gravity return. So if I want the spring return, just click on spring return. If I want cushioning, then click on cushioning, adjustable cushioning. So in this way you can totally customize the actuator. Our initial actuator was like this, and now I have customized it up to this. Double click on it. If you want to change the position horizontal, vertical, you can change from here. Next thing is parameters. In case of parameters, you have to give the dimensions to the actuator: maximum stroke length, piston position, piston diameter, piston rod diameter, mounting angle, and internal leakages. All are totally customizable in all units, that is meter, centimeter, mm, inches, feet. Accordingly, the mounting of the angles, you can change the angle in angular degrees or radian. You can show velocity and force of the actuator. So click on it. External load. As the system has some mass, system does not have zero mass, so you have to put the mass of moving mass which is acting on the cylinder. Then the friction taking place between piston and barrel. So its material you have to select. So generally it is steel on steel. So many options are there. If you want to enter it manually, so you can enter it manually. Then force profile. Force profile, if the constant force is there, you can directly put here constant force, suppose 2000 Newton. Now plus 2000 Newton is the extension, that is pulling, and minus 2000, that means retraction, that means pushing. Pulling and pushing, the sign does matter. Positive sign is extension, negative sign is retraction. So this is the constant force, this is the range, you can select. Now the next thing is, I want to change the load, I want to apply the variable load. Suppose initially my load is 0, then I want to apply the load up to this. Now this, in this way, suppose I want to apply the variable sinusoidal wave load. So you can change the position and you can change the load. Here you can change the position, suppose 0.18. So accordingly the position is getting changed in between 0 to 0.2 because it is in meter. And accordingly you can change the force. Suppose I want here 60, so you can see these forces over here. So in this way you can apply the variable load. Now actuation label. So during the stroke, how we can divide the stroke? Suppose label A, I want the piston to start from 0 to 0.1. Then B, label B, I want to actuate the piston from 0.1 to 0.2. So in this way you can label this cylinder. Okay. Here I have labeled the cylinder. Once you click on this cylinder, you will get the specification in the yellow portion. So this is the cylinder, you can customize. Hydraulic motor you can customize. If you click on the right click component description, you can see so many parameters which are included in the cylinders. Next thing is valves. Under the valves category, we have three types of valves. Under the category of valves, we have direction control valves, flow control valves, and pressure control valves. First is, suppose I have drag here, double click on it. You can change the actuations, left side actuation from here, right side actuation from here. If you want to take the spring return, it will be spring return. Pilot operated, it will be pilot operated. Similarly for right side. So in this way you can customize the actuation. You can customize the positions. So 2 positions have only 2 options. So I have customized likewise. Now for 3 by 2 position, I want to customize spring return. Suppose mechanically I want, then this position, suppose I want this, and for this position I want this. Spring return, here I want likewise. So in this way you can customize 3 by 2 DCV. Now we will see 4 by 2 DCV. Double click on it. Suppose I want solenoid operated. Now here are so many options available with us because we are using 4 ports. I want this. Now here I want this. Suppose mechanically I want to actuate it. If you want to mirror it, you can mirror it vertically, mirror it. So this is totally customizable direction control valves. Similarly 5 by 2 positions, you can totally customize 5 by 2 DCV accordingly the applications. Suppose here are few positions given for the 5 by 2. So in this way you can customize. Now we will see center position. So for center position I have taken just randomly 4 by 3 DCV close center. Just double click on it. You can simultaneously provide whatever the actuation you need. So there are so many options over here. It's totally customizable accordingly the applications. So you can customize the direction control valve likewise. You can set the hydraulic resistance provided to the direction control valve. If you know, you can give. So these are the direction control valves. If you double click on it, component description, here you can see the description. Here again you can see the description. Now next is flow control valve. In case of flow control valve we have nozzle, throttle valve, orifice, variable orifice, shut off valve, one way valve, check valve. Likewise there are so many options. Flow divider likewise. If you want to customize it, just simply double click on it and you can change the limit and set the required value. Here you can change the opening of variable orifice. Here you can change it by scrolling this bar, or manually you can display the opening. Suppose I want to display the opening. Here I can come to know how much my orifice is open. Now suppose I want to open it up to 19, so it shows it's a 90% open. Okay, in this way you can change flow control valves. Now fixed flow control valve doesn't have any variable, but variable have opening. So here opening display you can change. So now next thing is pressure control valves. So pressure control valves has pressure relief valve pilot, then pressure reducing valve, cartridge valve. So many options are there. Okay. If you want to customize this valve, you need to double click on it and change the pressure, hydraulic resistance up to which you can set the pressure is for 400 bar in fluid sim. So you need to just double click on it and you can change the pressure. So there are so many components like this. If you double click you can see how the pressure relief valve is looking like. Here pressure relief valve with pilot, cartridge valve. Okay. Now these are the components which are required to build a hydraulic circuit. We will require some measuring components also, that is manometer, differential manometer, flow meter, pressure in flow meter, analog sensors, proximity sensors, likewise. Double click. You can change the parameters, cumulative flow, resistance. All are customizable, so you can change it. So these are the few components which are required for the fluid sim. Now we will construct one basic circuit. So I have taken pump unit. I just take one direction control valve and one actuator. I want to display the readings, so that's why I will take manometer, then flow through inlet, whether it is a pressure line or not, I want to check. Now just I want to place pump to pump, tank to tank. One more tank is there, that tank is not connected, so that I will directly connect it to the port. Flow I want to check here, so that's why flow. I want to check whether it is a pressure line or not, so that's why I have just connected over here and check the pressure of blank end side. Now click on animation. See, this is showing red portion, that means it is a pressure line. If I want to switch, I can see the pressure, how much pressure is there, how much flow is there, I can see. Suppose I actuate it, spring return, here also spring return. Now you can see when I actuate it, so this is showing overlapping, that means some portions are overlapped, so that's why I need to clear it out. So this should not be there. So instead of that, what I will do, I will just connect over here and place over here. Now again it is showing that there is a superimposed components. So what I will do, I just delete it. Firstly I will connect it, then I will connect to the line. Now animate it. See, you can check the pressure. Okay, now we will take the some readings. So I will change the load on actuator. So configuration I want cushioning adjustable. Then parameters I want this should be 20 and this should be 12. Maximum stroke I want 0.3. Velocity and force I want to show. External load I want to add 0.01. Force profile I want to add variable profile, that is likewise. And now check. See, the speed is getting reduced because I have applied the force. Here I have applied the force, that's why speed is getting reduced. Now we will see the state diagram of this component. So state diagram, just drag the state diagram here. In this state diagram I will just drag this actuator I want position, I want velocity, acceleration, force. So position, acceleration, velocity, I just change the color so that we can see the difference. Now properties, make it thick. If you want to change the time slot, then you can change the time slot. Increment, I want per 1 by 10 second increment. So see the animation, the force which is acting is shown by red color, force profile is by red color, then acceleration is green color, and velocity, positive negative velocity means negative doesn't, negative velocity means it's a retraction velocity. Cylinder opening and position changing, you can see by black portion. So this is the state diagram. So in this way you can simulate the circuit by using this type of construction. Now we will modify it. So I don't need whole setup over here. So I will just place the pump unit over here. So I just take one pump unit and I just connect it to the tank. So still I can run this setup. So animate, see, still I can take the readings. Here you can take the readings. So these are the basics of fluid sim. By selecting the proper components, you can construct the circuit. So the remaining part we will see in another video. Thank you.